Liquid taking on the Cannon. Cash is going to do his absolute best. Maybe the rest of the team will be there with him as well. Match 2 starts now. Get up and get loud. It's game day.
And the tension continues to build. A battle for survival between Team Liquid and Quadrant.
Both teams well armed, Stacks. One's got the cannon, the other's got the giant and Oski. This is gonna be one that might shake up the room.
Cash has been waiting for this moment for so long. A lot of people have waited to see Cash have this moment. Will it come to an end here in the 4th round? Oh, so close to the top 8 on Sunday. Here we are to find out, with Team Liquid getting the first serve into the Quadrant end of the field. But it's Cash trying to center, get in the way, make himself a nuisance. He's going to be all over the pitch if Quadrant is going to stand a chance against a high-octane Liquid attack.
High-octane Liquid who's prepared, Stacks. These guys download their opponents, and they really try to break them down. That being said, you heard the face-to-face. Quadrant are confident. They know they've taken down this Team Liquid team before, and that's what's going to make this very interesting because those situations change. One's online, the other's in front of this crowd. A towel with the shot, and it's going to go in! Liquid start things off!
Liquid's leading scorer, they go to him when they need a big goal, and they've got one to kick off game number 1. Just around Cash at Ixo, and a Tao gets the opening goal for Team Liquid. His 9th of the Swiss stage. Nobody on the squad has reached double digits yet. Surely that will happen here in this series. It will have to for Liquid.
Oh man, you see Cash just being able to create that opportunity. You're gonna keep an eye on him, but he needs the rest of his team to be able to follow up if he's gonna be able to create that space because Liquid, like you said, high octane. They're gonna be able to move around the field very quickly here as already they've got that first goal. They're trying to build momentum in this game.
This really is a team in Liquid that has been greater than the sum of their parts. They've needed to be, and they have made their money off of just stifling pressure. Shot after shot. Second, third, and fourth chance opportunities as Oski tried to dance around Cash. Relating wave up ahead to Cash. Cannon trying to go to the backboard, and there's just nothing there as it comes around the corner. Follow-up is off of a Chronic. A loose ball in front that Atao has to send away. Quadrant threatening, but that demolition relieves a lot of pressure.
Like that from Atao, not even in the play, but still has to make a decision here to slow down because Quadrant were developing the offense. That's a breakaway, and that's a Chronic. Second goal for Liquid.
Okay, that's just a bad read out of the corner. Ixo's gonna want that one back as a Chronic adds a goal. He's taken a lot of shots in this tournament and hasn't found the back of the net as often as he would have liked. But when it's that inviting, you can't miss. And that's one that Quadrant gonna be regretting as this series goes on. Here goes Relating Wave. Got around Oski. Flip reset to launch high, and a Chronic had it read the whole way.
Flip was there. Follow-up challenge from Ixo there to slow things down. But look, even a Chronic, if Atao can't move forward because of the 50, he'll push him through there. And this one has been much more of a fight, especially when you see some of the awkward positions that Quadrant have been in. So Chronic looking for the double, won't really be able to find it there. Almost halfway through this game, and Quadrant on the offense been, like I said, not really there. Only 3 shots coming out from them.
Quadrant has not fared well against teams that can rack up shots, and that's kind of a stylistic mismatch. As they go up against Team Liquid, they've already conceded 5 shots in the first half of this game. That one's deflected away. Shot of their own as Quadrant themselves have picked up 5 opportunities at the net, but none have found the back. That's sent away by Oski out to the side. He'll follow it himself, but Relating Wave has that. Nobody else coming forward, and the attack stalls for Quadrant.
It's good shots on target there from Quadrant. The Cannon's been letting loose. He's got 2 this game. But that being said, even though they've been able to get shots on target, they haven't really been too dangerous, too threatening. Liquid have been moving around really well, and the way that they play the ball, where they look for each other in transition or carry it downfield, it puts Quadrant in a tough spot. They're going to have to force the issue here. They've only gotten 1 demo, staying for Liquid, but maybe a little bit more might be needed.
Both of these teams defensively right around 7 shots allowed per game. So to see so many shots so early in the contest, a little unheard of for both these squads, maybe getting into uncharted territory. Here is Ixo, needing something to get going for Quadrant. Relating wave up high, tried to get the waterfall effect going downward. That didn't work out. Cash a little high. Follow-up from Ixo is blocked well out in front by Oski. And Team Liquid, known more for their offense, they've just had a stifling defense and have not allowed quality looks at their own net from Quadrant.
Quadrant still looking, Cash still shooting, and it's still being saved out. They are trying to force their way through, but Liquid have built a wall in front of their own net. They haven't given up a goal this game, and time is not on Quadrant's side. Less than a minute to go in game one.
Tao trying to get around it. Well, if you can't get the ball around somebody, you take them out yourself. Ixo to set up for letting wave. Oski has to clear. And again, Team Liquid continuing the shutout. Cash just cannot get the ball rolling his way. Relating wave, it's a free backboard, and Relating wave will score! Finally, the Liquid defense cracked.
Wave finally finds the back of the net here, and it's going to be very important for Quadrant, not only after this, to continue to build on that. If Wave can get more opportunities, can start to get going, then it makes Quadrant more of a two-headed Hydra here. And if Ixo starts peaking, it becomes 3, but that's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Right off the kickoff, Quadrant have the ball, but less than 30 seconds to go in this game. They need to keep up the pressure if they want to equalize.
I wonder if maybe Quadrant might be just getting a little too antsy in front of the crowd and maybe letting the adrenaline take over. Only 13 seconds remain here. Gotta have their heads about them now. Relating wave. Out to Ixo. That's a good touch. Cash down with 5 seconds. Cash couldn't get the flip reset to go. No time remaining. Oski to bring it to ground. And Quadrant doing all they can to prolong their life. And Oski will put an end to it. Team Liquid hang on for game number 1.
Hang on is absolutely right, because they started off that game very strong, Stacks, but as it continued on, so did Quadrant in terms of leveling up. I mean, look at the shots there for Quadrant, 13. Halfway through the game, I was talking about them having 3 shots. It just, like you said, maybe they just kind of put themselves in the room, saw the audience, and then you could see that, I mean, that consistency, that pressure, almost put Liquid in trouble for a bit.
Look, a win is a win, but if I'm a Liquid fan, I'm a little concerned about the fact that I think about the halfway mark of that game, I called out Liquid had 5 shots. They finished the game with 5 shots. They were outshot 10-0 in the last 2.5 to 3 minutes in that game. That is not gonna be sustainable in the long term against this Quadrant attack.
Yeah. One thing that I've noticed here, I mean, for Team Liquid, the way that they've been able to honestly set up their opportunities has been very fantastic to see. I want to see them to continue to build on that as the series progresses. But right now, for Quadrant, it's, again, getting everybody on the same page. Cash let loose in terms of being able to push the ball upfield, but not too many shot opportunities from him. And then, of course, Wave able to clean things up. Can they create more and get back into this series?
Relating wave, being a pest right at the goal line. Not enough to open the door just yet for Quadrant in the early stage of game 2. They were threatening, which is more than really we could say in the first game. See if they can keep that pressure up. And maybe that constant attack near the end of game 1 could serve as a catalyst for more things to come here. But there's Oski. I mean, Liquid have been so quick getting out of the zone. They've been so quick all over the field. That's deflected out to the side. Oski again trying to dive in onto one. Double commit out of Quadrant, and this could be trouble. A Chronic all day to play. Got around 1, and Oski couldn't finish the play. Cash in the way.
Great save there, but you can see a Chronic just dancing around Quadrant. That ability, that control, doing wonders. Quadrant finally able to clear this in space, but it's to a Chronic. Again, it's going to use the last boost on his flips. This ball's really going nowhere. But Oski will try to pick it up and get that 50 out. First minute going by here, and you can see Team Liquid, again, fighting back, putting themselves in good positions on offense. Just need a little bit more to convert, because Quadrant's defense has been able to meet them toe-to-toe.
Oski boost and the clear.
Chronic.
With a Chronic streaking down the middle. Second tap, just high. And Ixo there to stop a Tao's follow-up. Here comes Relating Wave, who's been, I mean, nothing if not consistent in his limited career so far. He's kind of been the player I think a lot of people have doubted, and all he's done is consistently win. This goes out to the side from a toe, and it's Relating Wave right at midfield. Is he the spark that Quadrant needs? He's been everywhere so far. So is that guy. Cash, crossbar down and away.
High shot from Cash. Quadrant getting a couple here. Still not enough to get past Liquid, but Cash lining up another double. You can see again, Oski able to clear away the danger for the time being. Lots of trading up possessions here. You can kind of see a little bit of the adjustments. Quadrant haven't been too overly aggressive to where Liquid can really have freedom to set up a good counterattack. I think that's been the biggest reason why they've been, while this game has been so close.
Cash contending with Oski there. Right around the halfway mark. This is where Quadrant came alive last game. That shot just wide. Oski tracking it the whole way. And then he was not tracking a Tau. So a Chronic has to come in and bail them out. It's been a little sloppy, but still a scoreless draw so far through one half. Team Liquid with the single game advantage that doesn't seem like much of an advantage at all. Everybody whiffs here. And it's Ixo trying to catch Oski out of position, and still nothing doing there. The defense from Liquid has been good enough.
It's been scrappy though, I will say that much. Just the way they've been fighting for the possession, where they've been fighting for the boost off ball. A lot of it just looks like both teams just trying to get just something to push themselves further. As Cash is trying to push Quadrant further, gets blocked out though right in front of the goal line.
It does feel like Quadrant's almost trying to force Liquid into playing like some ugly Rocket League, right? Trying to mix it up in front of the box, try to get them uncomfortable, out of position, draw them out for a rebound opportunity. It's just not working out for Quadrant so far. Liquid are doing a great job keeping their form, as a Chronic was going after Relating Wave there, couldn't catch him. Relating Wave now to the ground, he's headed high. Ixo couldn't catch up, and that leaves Cash all alone as Wave retreats.
I think Ixo has to be there for that play. Everything lined up, Wave got past the entire defense. Here's Ixo again, shot, bang! Ixo puts Quadrant on the board.
Ixo gives Quadrant their first lead of the series with a late goal. Finally, picture perfect placement, something that they could not catch up to. Team Liquid collectively had practically stood on their heads, keeping Quadrant out of the net. Here they come again. Cash looking for more. Oh, try to go underneath the Chronic, got the bump from behind instead. Ixo ends up in the Liquid net, so he's got to scramble back. Here comes Relating Wave, tough angle, got the demolition instead. And Team Liquid still managed to at least breach the center line despite demos galore on that half of the field.
It's 10 shots to 5 in favor of Quadrant, now 6. And Liquid and Quadrant, both, you talked about the demo game stacks, pretty even in that one. Quadrant only having one more with the 4. As Cash goes up into the air again, trying to see if he can test that backboard, but Liquid have been pretty keen on making sure that not too many opportunities are given to Quadrant from that. They need a goal, they need one quick, less than 30 seconds to go, and Quadrant in the lead.
That was a good setup by a Chronic. It just didn't work out for Liquid. Now down to 18 seconds. Quadrant hanging on for dear life here now. A Tau trying to put the moves on the side, and that's a great touch to force this deep into the Liquid corner of the field. A Tau couldn't get that out of the corner. Cash couldn't put the game away though, and now here they come. A Tau, it's up the ceiling and touches down at 0. Quadrant will take game 2. Back and forth they go. I wouldn't say either team looks like they definitively have the upper hand. We could be headed all the way here in the second match.
Yeah, but the adjustments from Quadrant, you could tell, they knew towards the end of game 1, okay, if we keep up with this offensive pressure, it's only gonna be a matter of time before they break. Yeah, sure, Liquid had ended up building up a defensive wall, but Quadrant, I mean, you saw exactly what happened initially. Relating Wave, you're feeling a little bit more comfortable, able to play it past the defense. And then on top of that, Ixo has the shot opportunity and he doesn't miss. Big plays here, because Cash has been doing a lot. You see him, 7 shots, 3 saves. That being said, if Wave and Ixo are playing just on par with his level, the Quadrant become a different beast. That game proved it.
Yeah, and simple math will tell you, Cash 7 shots, exactly the same as Team Liquid had as a team. Cash was on a mission. Didn't quite get home there, but the 1 goal from Ixo, good enough as Quadrant level the series. Again, both teams have to win this and a match in round 5 just to get a shot at one of the top seeds tomorrow. Waiting on the other side, a team like K-Corp is going to get a team that somehow survives this gauntlet today.
This Quadrant team was facing elimination yesterday, and they are trying to battle, claw their way back into the fall major. A win here would be obviously great for that, but Liquid, not too keen on letting that happen easily.
So often we see different levels of investment from orgs and their owners in their teams. Lando Norris, the owner of this Quadrant org, actually reaching out to his team after they started off 0-2. The message was rather simple, just stay calm, trust each other. They've done exactly that, and it's worked out well enough. They said themselves that gave them a bit of a morale boost. It's been evident here. The team we're seeing today, and even the team we saw yesterday, clearly not the team we saw on day one. It's a chronic. Boost and ball, doesn't matter. Ixo's there in his face, and he got the challenge against the Tau as well. So Oski's got to try and bring this around. He got around Cash, but there's Ixo again. He's putting in a lot of work here in the first minute of game 3.
Well, Liquid have been playing with a bit of an increased pace here. The touches have not necessarily been too accurate. So Chronic goes under one. Oski tries to put a shot on. It's not enough. Cash will block one. Wave will also get credit for another save there, as Quadrant able to hold on, but the attack still continues on. Chronic again picking the ball up in the midfield. Timbo's one, shot comes through, but it's off the bar. Will the follow-up happen? Oski trying to do it all himself, but Cash clears away the danger for the moment.
Ixo waiting on the backboard for that effort out of a towel. I'm sure he would have liked that one back as it was given right to him. Now here's Oski trying to get the flip reset, and we've seen this a few times now out of Liquid. They'll set up the flip reset, but it's all a decoy for a second man coming in, and Quadrant have not been fooled by it. Here comes a Tau, and Relating Wave got it ahead to Cash. He's got Ixo to his left. No second touch there, and this time around, Ixo's got a scramble, and he just got a touch. Still not
Oski.
clear.
Whoa!
Save by Ixo!
Amazing work there from Ixo to be able to slow things down. And it looked like Quadrant initiated a counterattack. Then there was a little bit of a jumble in the midfield, and Ixo had to save the day. And my goodness, did he step up when Quadrant needed him to.
And the crowd appreciative of Ixo's efforts there. Quadrant's teammates certainly appreciative. Now here's the Chronic. Oh, the second touch just got ahead of a Tau. And now here goes Cash. He's got the full team in front of him. That hasn't mattered at times. We've seen players go 1v3 like it's nothing, particularly someone like Vatira. Here goes Cash now. Brought that to ground instead of going for the flip reset. As the teams continue to fight to a stalemate past the midway point of another game. 1-0, the result on Aquadome in game 2, and it looks like an encore here at DFH.
Just again, that battle, that trade of possession. I like what Liquid have been doing whenever they're on the offensive front, though. They always have someone pretty much at that midfield line ready to carry the ball. They get great first touches, which allows them to, again, like you said, set up those flip resets, and it helps them clear the ball away, or helps them match when Quadrant cleared away. But this time, Quadrant on the offensive push here, as Tau will try to carry this one through midfield. Relating Wave, great touch out to block, but now it's a Chronic with space. Ixo, though, on the wall, quickly to shut it down, and Oski will work to get Liquid just to that midfield line. Now it's Quadrant who look like they're trying to set up control of this possession.
Cash gets a lot of attention, and rightly so, but he's got one of the better supporting casts of any star player at this event. Cash, stopped by a Chronic. Relating Wave, normally solid, got the dunk, and it's just wide. As Oski, last man back again, might have watched this game flash before his eyes.
That was still a good touch from Wave. It's frustrating, though, to me because Quadrant had the ball in that offensive half, and they just let it go, just like that. That was the perfect time for them to set up offense. Now, they got to play some defense here. Liquid knocking on the door, final minute, and no one has been able to get a goal this game.
I look around, and I can see people starting to get just a little bit antsy here, waiting to have something to cheer about as we get down into the final 45 seconds. Who provides the spark for either side? Relating Wave just around a Tau. Cash met by Oski, it's neutral. So Ixo takes over. Indirect for himself, and a Chronic right there. Follow up from Oski, clears the zone. Liquid might have had a numbers advantage, but no touch. So Cash will send it away. Oski doing all he can to slow him down as we dip inside 20 seconds.
Great cut from Oski. Relating Wave, well, actually, leave this for Ixo. Still some pressure here as Liquid are looking for a chance. Tau has this ball as he gets it past one, but not a lot of control. Final few. Ixo goes up. Oski with the pre-jump. 50 in midfield, the ball will bounce one more time. Are we playing this on? It stays in the air, but Liquid will let it fall. Scoreless game 3, we're headed in overtime.
That looked like a World Cup extra time period. Not a lot of risk. Here goes a towel. Because there are no PKs here. Somebody's got to score. Chronic gonna have an opportunity. Just ahead of Relating Wave. Dried it down in front of Ixo, but there's Cash. Sure-handed as usual. Liquid, trying not to let Quadrant out and give them a look at their net. A lot of solo effort now. Chronic
take over one.
down, and it's far down. A towel finish. Great effort out of Liquid, and a 2-1 series lead.
That is experience on display. A Chronic slows it down, knows Quadrant are gonna get antsy, and they fell right into his trap. The flick over, the follow-up, everything working out from Liquid as they have this series on match point.
Play like that is so fun to watch. You expect the shot, everybody in the arena knows it's coming, then nope, pump the brakes just for a moment, let the defense go by, and it worked this time for Team Liquid. And we saw them change a little bit as that game went on too. In that first half, we saw them again, decoy, flip, reset, have the second man come in. That time we saw a few more solo efforts directed towards the net, following through, and maybe changing the game up a little bit for Quadrant's defense.
You can kind of see it too when the camera panned over to Liquid there. XP just kind of going off. Just again, they understand the position they're in. They've been on this stage before. That's the one thing that they may have here over Quadrant. Not saying Quadrant aren't inexperienced. They have a Relating Wave on their team, for goodness sakes. But
there's a lot of donuts on that screen on the
Exactly.
Quadrant side. One shot that got anywhere near the net. Forget the fact that, okay, sometimes a shot may or may not register. No, that's about accurate. Quadrant's attack was stifled. They got close to a scoring opportunity. That's about it. I think you're a lot more confident in that win as a Liquid fan than you are in game 1.
they need a new shirt. It's SSL now.
Well, here we go. Could be the last game of Quadrant's tournament life. Unless they find a way to get the offense rolling. They have just not been able to break out against the Liquid defense, or the Liquid attack for that matter, as there's a rare shot for Quadrant to start off game 4.
Quadrant down to the last life, and Liquid are looking to end this one right here, right now. The cannon may have ran out of ammo, or maybe Liquid just have them stuck in the deep as they have just been in control whenever they're on an offensive push. It feels like Quadrant are trying to keep up with Liquid at this point because that fast-paced offense, that aggressiveness, but then the ability to be able to switch it up, slow it down, go for a flip reset. Is it a flip reset or is it a fake for another shot? They have Quadrant constantly guessing, whereas Quadrant needs to be dictating the pacing.
And it's like they're forcing Quadrant into decision trees at Team Liquid's pace, which is faster than a lot of teams you're going to find in this tournament. Again, I come back to, I think that this is just a really bad matchup for Quadrant, and they've done well to keep it competitive and make it manageable, but they just haven't had the kind of offense that we like to see or that we're used to seeing out of them throughout the fall split. Here goes a Chronic, up to the heavens, coming down, and Relating Wave sweeps it away.
Almost a good read there from a Chronic. But now, Liquid just looking for that simple mistake, looking for that breakout. Can the Chronic be the one to lead them through? Or will it be, I mean, the name we've seen a lot here is Tao. He's been phenomenal here this series. On the other side, for Quadrant, it's been very, very quiet. You talked about it last game, only one shot from them, and it feels like maybe they've run out of gas.
Volume shooters tend to enjoy a lot of success when they generate those opportunities. Here's Austin. Bang, 1-0!
When the Giant's up, you better duck! My goodness, absolutely beautiful! And right on the cannon's head top. That is a statement goal from Liquid. 3 minutes to go, and all they gotta do is hold on to this lead.
One half of the fastest duo in the major, alongside a Tao, might have just secured passage into round 5. Here goes Cash with Ixo to his right. Bumped away from the play, but he at least kept control of his car. He can quickly recover. That's a great stop at midfield by Relating Wave. And again, the stats, they don't always show up, right, for Relating Wave. It's everything he does at midfield, it's the defense. But he has been integral for Quadrant, keeping this series close and giving Cash a chance to take this over, as Atao couldn't get by the defense there, and Quadrant keeps it again within reach.
When our Quadrant, when are we gonna see them, really just kind of break out? We saw them with a lot of pressure in the first game. And of course, we saw them try to build up on that as the series went on, as it equalized. But after game 3, everything just kind of fell flat. For Quadrant, if you want to stay alive here, if Cash wants to be the player, then he's gonna have to make that statement right here or right now. Quadrant have to show us what they've got.
I mean, Quadrant's got to make this comeback with positioning and team plays. They're not going to beat Liquid to boost pads. They're not going to beat them to challenges. They've got to utilize each other to get out of the zone, get out of jail here, as Atao is there again, ahead of the pace, and a Chronic will score. The lead doubles.
Oh man, again, look at Liquid, the way they're able to cover for each other. Tao's super aggressive, and a Chronic chips it in. They don't get too many opportunities like that, Stack, so they make the most of it as they are putting their mark down on this series.
Liquid fans starting to feel a lot more confident now that they've got at least one more round to look forward to. This gets out of the corner. I mean, Quadrant almost has to come away with a goal here. They can't let Liquid off the hook, and they just about have. Relating Wave off to the corner where Cash was there, but Atao was faster, as he has been all series long. Cash got around him now. Liquid's got to scramble back. Down to the final minute. Relating Wave missed it high. Ixo nowhere to be found, as a Chronic will not put it away. Ixo at least make sure they're not going to lose 3-0.
Atao controlling the ball, bringing this one over towards Oski. Liquid now playing around with Quadrant. Quadrant, though, not out of this just yet, but they need a run here soon. Time isn't on their side, and the way Liquid have been playing, they haven't had too many opportunities. Cash, that one too high. That's been the trend this game. Just close, but close is not good enough here at the Fall Major.
For all the messages that have been sent their way, the one that needed to be sent is the ball goes in the net. They've been everywhere but. Another one bounces well high, as a Chronic over towards Cash, and Atao just finds a seam where Relating Wave can't get a clean touch. And time running out now on Quadrant, who have to go the length of the field and give themselves time for a kickoff goal, and it's just not happening. Another critical challenge at midfield, and the celebration begins. The final countdown as Team Liquid survives and advances.
Liquid take this series in 4. Quadrant, a valiant effort. They started off, you can see them kind of getting into the series here, but Team Liquid, the ability, the preparation, they had a game plan and they stuck with it all the way through. Quadrant could keep up, but Liquid stay alive right now in the Swiss. They're not out of the woods just yet. They have one more series if they want to make playoffs, but this is a great start to the day for them.